So I'd like to talk about the CEO's presentation on day one. So we're the acquirer, we buy a target company, and there's going to be some communications. I've done various different videos on communications in integration and day one comms. And so this is part of that. One of the things that the CEO will likely do is do a live presentation to the target or do some sort of presentation online to the target and that's sent out and shared or done live. So having done this for a couple of decades, to a greater or lesser extent, most of these eventually turn out to be very, very similar in regard to slide content. And so just wanted to give you that outline of what we generally use. Quite regularly, this goes through a lot of discussion about what should be in it, and it's then checked by various different people. The CEO eventually changes it, and we to a greater or lesser extent, what I do is I kick us off with something like this, which really gets the ball rolling, gets things going faster, and I do this well in advance of day one, and then everybody can give their input and thoughts and think about it and change it, and eventually, after quite a bit of change, sometimes we do end up roughly at something that looks a bit like this. So slide one, we quite regularly discuss us. Welcome, we love you, you're part of our group. This is going to be good for us, and we need to explain why this is going to be good for the target people, the target customers, and what is going to be good about this for everybody. So just explaining the deal rationale. Moving into slide two, we're obviously going into the deal rationale there and explaining why we've bought you and the benefits around. So going around that and knowing and remembering that this presentation is going to be public information and may, well, probably anything that's public will end up in the hands of our competitors. So just thinking about that as we write these slides. There's a whole bunch of slides then where people go through the history of our company, and quite regularly we talk about the history of the target so that our employees also understand the more about the target company. We talk a little bit about the sector sometimes. We always talk about our vision and values and strategy and team leadership and our brand. So who are we? What are we doing? Where are we heading? And then thinking about how we might help our customers, how this deal helps our customers, and where we work and what we like out of the work. What is it like working for us? So this is describing us and how we are to be with. Then there's quite regularly an org chart, who to be in contact with if you've got questions, and then slides, talking about the ongoing communication. So we have integration plans, and we'll be talking to you every week, explaining to you what's going on, and explaining how, in slide 9 and 10, how the feedback works. So we want to get feedback from all people, whether that be all our stakeholders, whether that be employees, but also customers and other sets of people. So feedback from our employees is very useful. Firstly, in understanding what they're thinking about what's going on, and secondly, nothing is perfect. I'm not going to say that all of the deals that we work on and run and companies, that none of them are perfect. And so our employees or colleagues, however we want to call them, do spot mistakes. Now, lots of the things the employees spot are not mistakes. They just haven't been communicated correctly to. So we need to beef up our communications and explain things. And there are obviously things that we get wrong. And employees flagging these up to us enable us to see them and fix them. And that is very, very helpful and very useful. So understanding and explaining who to contact with questions. And then obviously after this presentation, we go into an informal Q&A where anybody can ask anything, and we answer questions, the CEO and the management team. And I usually don't just put the CEO here, the management team sits here. So sometimes it's the CEO giving this presentation, but we also sometimes on some deals put the CFO and some of the other executives in giving small presentations as well. So everybody's introduced. My name's Danny Davis. I help plan and run the European side of a $6 billion deal, 30 work streams in 30 countries. I wrote the book M&A Integration, how to do it. You can see it here and find it on Amazon. I've been a guest speaker at London Business School for more than 2 decades on the topic of M&A integration. I consult, I coach, I teach, I train M&A integration, both pre-deal and post-deal. Here's my email address and my phone number. Send me an email. I look forward to talking to you.